When it came to the profits, they took the profits. When it came to the funding, you paid for the funding.
Hello, YouTubers. Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, you may not believe this, but this is going to be a video that has to do with preparedness. So stand by. I normally don't do a video like this. However, I've been thinking about the Russell Brand situation because during our last live stream, someone asked me during the live stream, hey, what do you think about what's happening to Russell Brand? And although at that time, last Friday, I knew who Russell Brand was vaguely, I never really follow him and like watch all of his videos and stuff. I've seen a clip here and there, like from other YouTube channels taking clips of his videos. And I went ahead and took this weekend or took the last couple of days to take a look and see what is happening with Russell Brand as far as him being canceled and accused. All right. Now, the reason I decided to do this video is because my wife and I were actually talking about it early this morning. And you know what? I told her, you know what? This is a good topic to talk about because there is some preparedness in there. And it is a leading indicator, what I like to call. And after I talk about Russell Brand, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go on what I already know will be a mini rant. And you definitely don't want to miss that, especially those of you out there that are haters. First of all, if you're a hater, I don't know what you're doing here, but to each his own, right, ladies and gentlemen? So wait for that. And if you don't want to know what I'm going to talk about Russell Brand, just go ahead and I'll go ahead and leave a chapter on this so that you can go ahead and skip to the rant if you want to hear it. If not, I don't know what you're doing here. What's happening to him is happening to him for two reasons. Number one is because he has been talking the truth.
More than two-thirds of Congress received campaign funding from pharmaceutical companies in the 2020 election. And of course, Pfizer made $100 billion in profit in 2022. And may I just mention, finally, and this is also a fact, that you, the American public, funded the development of that. The German public funded the BioNTech vaccine. When it came to the profits, they took the profits. When it came to the funding, you paid for the funding.
Number one. He's a truth teller. He's talking the truth, all right? But the most important one is number two, and that is that he has a huge audience. I think he's got like 6-point-something million people that listen to him pretty much. He gets a lot of views on his videos. So what's wrong with having a big audience and telling the truth? Well, ladies and gentlemen, when you live in a world that is full of lies, where everything that you have been taught all your life is pretty much a lie, then it is very dangerous to those people that want to stay in power to have someone like Russell Brand telling the truth, to have someone like Tucker Carlson giving his opinion on things that no one else on mainstream media wants to talk about. So the first thing that they're going to do to someone that is not towing the line, to someone that is not putting out the message that the mainstream, that those people that are in power want you to put out, the first thing they'll do is they'll cancel you. They'll go ahead and do exactly what they did to Russell Brand. They'll go ahead and do exactly what they did to number 45. They will cancel you from everything. Hopefully, you can't have your voice heard anymore. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, for them, right, for our overlords, unfortunately for them, this doesn't work anymore because people are waking up. They made a big mistake with Russell Brand, in my opinion, and that mistake was to cancel him, to try and accuse him of something that he is literally not guilty of. And I did a little bit of research on that, but you can go ahead and look at that for yourself. Do your own research on that part. He's being accused of doing something bad to women, and it's 100% untrue what the newspaper, in my opinion, said about him, and the proof that there's out there that pretty much exonerates him 100% from what they're saying that he did. All right. So like I said, the first thing they do is they will cancel you. They will try to take away whatever ways you have of making a living. They will try to take away your voice. They will coordinate an attack on you. Boom. Right. So this is number one, attack number one on Russell Brand. And we're going to see this play out. OK, because unless he wins this fight on being canceled right away, unless he wins it right away, what's going to happen next? The next thing that's going to happen is that he's going to become even more popular. Probably people that have never heard of Russell Brand are hearing about him right now. Right, ladies and gentlemen? So that's what's going to happen. In my opinion, of course. Now, the second thing that the establishment will do in order to shut him off, if cancellation doesn't work, is they're going to put him in jail. they're going to find some kind of a reason to charge him for some kind of a crime that he probably didn't commit, or maybe he did commit a crime 30 years ago that maybe wasn't a crime then, but it's a crime now. Anyways, they'll find some kind of reason to get him tied up in litigation for the next year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, however long it takes for him to give up, and or for them to try him of a crime and him actually go to jail. So the second step is for him to get tied up in litigation for the next several years, or put him in jail, right, ladies and gentlemen? And then after that, the third step, if he wins number 1, if he wins number 2, the third step, ladies and gentlemen, I don't really want to talk about. Let's hope that it doesn't come to that. But JFK found out what that third step was when he went up against the same establishment, ladies and gentlemen, that truth tellers are going up against now. Now, let me tell you why it is that this is kind of a prepping video, because eventually, I've stated this in the past, so it's on record. Eventually, prepper channels and truther channels will be taking off YouTube. They will be taking off these platforms that are mainstream media based. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my channel is a very small channel. So I'm sure that nobody even knows I exist, as far as those people that want to shut up people that want to tell others to get prepared, that maybe bring out a little bit of the truth here and there. 200,000 subscribers is nothing compared to 6 point whatever million it is that Russell Brand has. So they'll get to us eventually, but it's just they've got bigger fish to fry right now. So why is this have a sense of preparedness in this video, ladies and gentlemen? Because that's what you have to prepare for, or that's something else for you to prepare for. It's the day where there will be nobody out there in order to bring new people on board the movement of being prepared, of being self-sustaining, of having the things that you need in order to be able to use your no muscle, and not being coerced into doing things that you don't want to do, but then feel like you have to do because your livelihood is at stake. And those are the things that Russell Brand was talking about on mainstream media channels. I believe it was the Bill Maher show, where he went and he pretty much told the truth about the pharmaceutical industrial complex, about the war machine that we have to keep fed, and who keeps them fed? We, the taxpayers, keep them fed, and they continue to use our labor, our money, to enrich themselves and impoverish us even more year after year. So that is my take on Russell Brand. That is my take on why he's being attacked in the way that he is. And that is my warning to you, that one day truther channels on these types of platforms and prepper channels, which are kind of like truther channels in a way, will not be here any longer. So our days are actually marked, ladies and gentlemen. We are on a countdown. Now, let me go ahead and talk to you all about the little rant that I have to share with you. I talked about this on my previous live stream. I said I am unapologetic, and I'm going to go ahead and earmark this video and probably this timestamp. That way I can just go ahead and copy and paste it and send it to people that have a bug up their butt. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. I love solar generators. I will promote solar generators. I will review solar generators. You obviously know that Oupes is my favorite solar generator, all right, of all of the ones that I've reviewed. And this is what happens when Alaska Prepper takes a look at comments. If you are so bitter that you are upset that I am promoting a product that I believe in, then why in the world, for goodness sakes, are you watching? Why are you here? I do not apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I do not apologize for promoting companies that I think are good companies, and at the same time making a few bucks. It's almost like some people out there think I am a multimillionaire. Trust me, I wish that I was. I know that a lot of you are going to be saying, AP, you don't have to explain yourself. You know, let these trolls be trolls. Let these haters be haters. But ladies and gentlemen, I like to put it out there so that you can understand that you have the choice. You have the power to click off. You have the power to unsubscribe. Why is it that some people want to be upset? Why do you want to be upset? If you know that you're going to be upset because I'm promoting a solar generator, or because I'm promoting freeze-dried foods, because you can make your own solar generator better, all right, for cheaper, or you can make your own freeze-dried food for better, for cheaper, why are you watching those videos? I appreciate you watching the video, and I even appreciate you leaving a comment, even though the comment is one that maybe I wouldn't agree with. All right. I appreciate you doing that. But when I see so much disdain within the comment, then why are you upsetting yourself? Why are you taking your precious time? Do you understand that we only have precious minutes in this earth or on this earth? And I call it minutes because they are minutes. In the grand scheme of things, we only have minutes, maybe seconds on this earth. And you're wasting your time by saying, I can make this better. I don't know why you're saying that you can't. I don't care. This is what I think. This is my channel. Don't be upset. And it's not upsetting me that you are expressing your feelings, but why are you getting upset? Why are you getting ticked off? I'm not going to stop promoting what I like to promote. Do I apologize for making a few bucks every time that one of these solar generators gets sold? No, I don't apologize one bit. Do I apologize when Nutrient Survival has an awesome sale, 25% off, incredible sale, which a lot of you partook in? Do I apologize for promoting the heck out of that? Absolutely not. I am very happy to promote it because I think it's a great product, and I'm happy that people that can afford it are getting it. Because if you couldn't afford it, then you shouldn't be getting it. And I've never been a proponent of you going into debt and staying in debt in order to get something that I say you should have. On the contrary, I've often said, I don't think you ought to go in debt in order to get this, unless you can pay it off like in the next month. Because I go into debt every single month. I go into debt. I have one credit card that I deal with pretty much every single month. And at the end of the month, I pay that off. The only reason I do it is so that I can get points, so that at the end of the year, I can get a few $100 that I can use for what? To go prepare. That's what I use it for, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I go into debt every month, but that's why I pay it off every month, so I don't have to pay interest. If what I say, if how I look, if how I sound upsets you, click off and unsubscribe. It's not going to be any hard feelings. Heck, I won't even notice that you unsubscribe. But you have to put yourself out there and then have people reply to your idiotic comments that probably aren't going to make you feel good either. Because then you realize that you just left an idiotic comment. But by all means, leave them. So ladies and gentlemen, if you leave a question on a comment and it doesn't get answered, then just join me on one of my live streams. My live streams are dedicated to, I would say, about 20% of it to saying hello to everyone. All right. And that's what upsets a lot of people. I actually lose a lot of subscribers every time I have a live stream because I'm thinking that people get upset because I spend so much time saying hello. But that's how I do it. And I'm not going to stop doing it that way. All right, ladies and gentlemen. But if you have questions that don't get answered and you really want to know, come on one of our live streams. I have a live stream every Friday now. And once it starts getting really cold outside, I have one on every Friday and every Sunday as well. And you can leave a question on the live stream. I do my very best to catch every question that I see on a live stream. Some people get upset because I don't see it, even though they left it 15 times. But it is what it is. All right. But stop living a bitter life. We don't get prepared to live bitter lives. We get prepared so that we can have a stress-free life and know that if anything happens, that we're going to be prepared for it. And if you don't like something that I review, then don't watch the video. That's an easy fix, but stop giving yourself high blood pressure. All right. And again, I will never apologize. I am never going to apologize to anyone for making a buck here or there. And those of you that know I'm not talking to you, you know I'm not talking to you. Stop being so petty. You want me to tell you what happened to me yesterday? Actually, I'll tell you a quick story. I thought I was going to get carjacked. All right. That's what I thought. I was headed to town and this lady had her car. It seemed like her car was stalled right in the middle of the road, right before we got into a turnabout. Right. And I stopped. I pulled over to the side of the road and she was outside of her car. And I stopped and I was like, hey, ma'am, is anything wrong? Can I help you with something? Is your car, not working? And she starts kind of like not screaming at me, but talking to me really loud, saying, I don't have my wallet. I don't know where my wallet is. I'm like, well, ma'am, but is your car all right to drive, though? Because it's kind of dangerous where you're at right there. And she says, I don't have my wallet. I don't know what happened to my wallet. And then she starts walking towards me and she points at her car. And they just charged me like $500 or something like that to fix that wheel. And then she said, do you know how much they charged me? She started, to me, was kind of like a little bit erratical. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. I started looking around. I'm like, am I getting carjacked? So as soon as she started walking toward me, I went right back to my truck and I put it on gear and I started going around her. And as soon as she noticed that I was going to start going around her, she got in her vehicle and she took off. So I don't know if that was an attempted carjacking. I've never heard of it happening here in Fairbanks, Alaska. But ladies and gentlemen, that goes to serve a notice that you have to be very careful of who you stop for to help, especially these times that we're living in. And keep your head on a swivel. Keep looking around. All right. And remember that there's people out there that are nowhere near as honest as you are, nor have the integrity that you do. So don't be very gullible in thinking that everyone is good, because some people are bad. Having said that, let me go ahead and start on my news video for the day. I actually also have a review video. Guess what? I'm going to do a review video, and that probably will be out tomorrow. I'll try to have it done sometime this afternoon, and it'll be out tomorrow. So those of you that don't want to watch a review video, guess what? I'm giving you forward notice. All right. Have a great day. God bless every one of you. God bless America. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.